Hey everyone, Clarky Show, welcome back to another video. Today I'm back today. I just want to give a video. I really had nothing idea. I really had no idea today. I thought a trailer would come out today, but obviously there hasn't. Treyarch have got plans today, and it honestly makes sense to show a trailer today. I never knew there was going to be a Modern Warfare live stream today from Infinity Ward, so it honestly makes sense that you don't make a trailer today, so yeah, but it's definitely coming this week. I just want to say thank you to Treyarch for what they've done. Honestly, Black Ops 4 has really not been the best game. I think that's quite obvious, but like, for me, I've really enjoyed the game. Honestly, at the start, I stayed up till like midnight with my mate, and like, we just played the hell of it. We played 9, and we honestly thought it was amazing. Confusing, yeah, but we honestly liked it. Then we went to Voyage, and we just like, it was just Voyage. And then after that, we went to Blood, and honestly, with the pre-patch dogs and that, apart from that, like, it was fun. It was fun. I really did enjoy myself. And then we obviously played Classified, and like, that was probably the best remake this like zombies community's ever seen. Honestly, I'd probably say Classified is like my favorite remake until like Alpha Omega, of course. But apart from that, though, I've really enjoyed myself in Black Ops 4. Honestly, like, everyone hated it at first with the blue screens and stuff. Like, everyone basically did like it, just apart from the blue screens, and like, it was a bit buggy, yeah, but apart from that, yeah. And then it also had a bad start with its first DLC with no marketing, no trailer, all that shit. We only got a trailer like, let's say, maybe like as soon as the map released, I think. But we all like, me and my mate, we just played the map, and we honestly thought it was fun until the vampires started happening. Obviously the vampires are a pain in the ass, but I got used to them. And then a long 3-4 months later, I think it was 3 months, I don't know, but a long 3 months later, we got Ancient Evil, and Ancient Evil was a really good map. I like the Easter egg, I like the gauntlets, everything good about it. Like, it's an amazing map, man. I really do like Ancient Evil. I really see nothing that I hear about Ancient Evil recently has been a pain every time I do the Easter egg now, but honestly, I still find that one of the best maps in Zombies history. So yeah, but honestly, apart from that though, I really do enjoy Ancient Evil. And then we get to my favourite map of all time, Alpha Omega. I don't know why Alpha Omega is my favourite map. I don't know if it's because it's BO4 or something, but like, I really do enjoy Alpha Omega. I think it's just really fun in general. It's an easy Easter egg, yeah, but it's just like a chill map. Like, a map that you could just sit back and just chill, like, nothing, like, just nothing special. And then, of course, we've got Tied Down to 1 coming up on Monday. I will be doing a countdown live stream. No, wait, well, I don't know what I'm doing on Sunday, but on Friday I will be doing every single DLC for Easter egg. So that'll be Moon on BO3, Origins on BO3, and then Rev on BO3 as well. So yeah, and then I'll be doing every single Easter egg in Black Ops 4. So I'd be Voyage to Alpha Omega with the lads on, like, my friends and stuff and all that crap. But yeah, honestly lads, this has been like a long ride, and honestly, I started Zombies at World at War, and it's honestly weird to think that I started at World at War, and now like this story in general has come to the end. Obviously we have the Chaos story, but leaks do say that the Chaos story has recently been cancelled by Activision, because they didn't want to Activision don't want Treyarch continuing it because it never done the best sales. But the thing is though, the Chaos story did only just got better after the release of Ancient Evil. But the thing is though, what's it called? Next year's Call of Duty is apparently going to be a Black Ops reboot. As you know, this year's called as Modern Warfare, just Modern Warfare, and it's going to be a reboot. So it's going to be the same characters but a whole different story. And apparently that's what's going to happen next year. Same characters, just different story. That's basically what it is. And that's going to happen for Zombies as well, apparently. I don't know, but there's loads of people who are sad to see this story ending. Personally, I'm sad to see the story end. The story's been since World at War, but honestly, it does have to end. We have to move on from these things. There's lots of people who still want to continue it, but they know like what has to be done. Like, at this point, people are saying they're just milking the for story at that point and all that stuff. But honestly, if they do a reboot of the Ether story, like, in the next year's like COD, honestly, I won't be that pissed off, because like, honestly, I think the Ether story is amazing, and I think like it's technically not the same story, it's just the same characters, that's all. But apart from that, that's basically it. But honestly, it's just sad to see the story end, and we all know what the actual map is going to be called, lads. Tied to Toe and Day of the Dead. It is going to be Call of the Dead. It is a new map, which is sad to see, but it does make sense for them to go to Call of the Dead because that's where they got the golden rod from, and that's where we actually need to go to sort Dr. Monte. And honestly, we know like the intro cutscene. We did just get a teaser later today. It was another cartoon image, so that's probably the second half of the story trailer, or it might be just like the full-on intro cutscene. Honestly, if the intro cutscene is like a cartoon image type of stuff, I won't be that pissed off. I'm mainly just interested in the ending. As long as the ending is CGI, like that's all that matters. So yeah. But let's just talk what Treyarch have done for us, honestly. So like, I don't want any hate, by the way. There's not going to be any hate in this video, but just think about it. At World at War we started after the campaign. Like, once you'd done the campaign, you'd play Nat, and honestly, it was a scary time. When Nat's is scary, like, they'd be zombies, you'd be stuck in corners, and honestly, back then, the pre-patched flamethrower was, like, so OP, all that shit. I remember I'd be going for my high rounds. I found my highest round on World at War Nat is probably, like, I don't even know. I think I only made it to round 32 back then, but honestly, it's just weird to find out the fact that I did make it to round 32, and honestly, I don't even know how the fuck I still remember that. But then we go to Verut, and honestly, Verut's like my favourite World at War map, honestly. I really don't know why it is, but I just like it. Of course, there's Derice, but Derice is in Black Ops 3, so that's the reason why I'm not counting that. But aside from Derice, I really do like Verut for what it is. It is tight corner and stuff, but I really like a good challenge when it comes to zombies. That was the first map to introduce power perks and all that stuff, and honestly, I really do like it. So yeah, that's why. And then we get to Shinonuma, which basically broke the hell out of high rounds. If you guys don't know, that's the map with the highest round ever in Zombies history, with the round 9,072. So honestly, it's really insane. And then we get to Derice, and Derice was just Derice. It was a good time. We get the Easter egg, the hide and seek Easter egg, and all that shit. It was really fun. It was really fun. Man, it's just weird to think. And then in Black Ops 1 we get Kino. Kino was supposed to be the DLC 4 for World at War. And if you guys don't know, World at War was supposed to have DLC 4 and that was supposed to be Kino. But because they were making Black Ops 1 at the time, they decided to just port it as like the in-game like disc. And then but think about it, without Kino, I don't think Black Ops 1 would be as good, because like we just have 5. Just 5. So honestly, I think that's like really good for what Treyarch done. And then we move on to 5 in general. 5 I really do like, but then like the Winter Soil was just trash back then. It's all classified, but apart from that though, yeah. And then we move on to the one and only Ascension. Ascension was the first ever Easter egg that was ever introduced into Call of Duty Zombies, like for main Easter eggs wise, like the first ever main Easter egg ever in Zombies. And if you guys know my channel well and you know what I do, I live stream loads, and my main thing on Zombies is to do Easter eggs. I've done like over like 104 Easter eggs on Black Ops 4, and I've done like twice as more on Black Ops 3 probably, because I played that game so much longer than BO4. But honestly, I'm probably going to do more than BO4. I'm probably going to do more BO4 than BO3, just because I love BO4. But honestly, man, I have really enjoyed myself. But Ascension, like, I'd always play that map. As soon as I got the Easter egg done, I was like, damn, that's fun. But honestly, just do it all the time. I wouldn't have like all my mates come on and stuff. I was a lonely person at the time, but I really had just some people come on and do the Ascension with me. I was like, damn, that's cool. And then we move on to the map that's coming in BO4 next Monday, Call of the Dead. That was DLC 2. That was the first ever solo Easter egg. They added in George Romero and all that shit. Scavenger, amazing. The VR11 wasn't the best, but it was really good. I did like it. But honestly, I find it like really cool to see and stuff. And I honestly love Call of the Dead. It was the first solo Easter egg, and as soon as I figured out that it was soloable, I was hooked. I was instantly hooked. I kept playing all the time on the map, doing the Easter egg, and it was honestly fun. I'd like to play co-op high rounds only. Like whenever I played co-op, I'd mainly do high rounds. Back then, only because of the fact that, well, when it comes to the VR11 and you're in co-op, when you shoot your teammate with the VR11, they get like a temporary insta kill. So honestly, I thought that was quite cool and stuff. But the scavenger man and all that shit, I found that really, really cool. So yeah, shouts to Treyarch for that. Please bring back the scavenger. The Treyarch are bringing back the thunder gun, but I think it's going to be in a different way. So yeah, but honestly, just as long as you bring back the scavenger, that's fine. But we all know the Bigger Mark 2 is coming back as well, seeing as they added that into Classified and Blood of the Dead. So yeah, that's very cool. And then we move on to Shangri-La. Now Shangri-La wasn't my personal favourite, but honestly I find it cool. I like the aesthetic of Shangri-La. I really, really like it. It's something different. It's something new. So honestly, I really, really did enjoy myself on Shang. But apart from that though, honestly, Shangri-La was weird. I honestly didn't know the storyline at the time. I'm still not a big fan of the storyline. Well, I am a big fan of the storyline. I just don't fully understand it. But apart from that though, I really, really do like Shangri-La. I wouldn't say it's my favourite map. I wouldn't say it's a map that I go back to and play like every single goddamn day. But apart from that, it was something to play. It was something to play. It was something that I really, really did enjoy. And then we go on to the final DLC of that map for BO1. And that was Moon. Moon, I really, really did enjoy. I liked how it was like, I loved the ending. I loved everything to it. And I liked it, man. But the thing is, though, it was a 2-player Easter egg. And like, you're probably wondering, well, were you pissed off at the fact that Shangri-La was a 4-player Easter egg? Yes, but it makes sense. So honestly, I really didn't care. But the reason why I was mainly pissed off at Moon is because you couldn't do the Easter egg unless you were ripped off, and you need at least 2 players to be in your game. So I was like, oh Jesus Christ! But thank God Black Ops 3 changed that. I made it so if they could have just done that to Ascension and Shangri-La, that would have been great. But apart from that though, I really, really did like Shangri-La. And Moon, honestly, I liked it, but it's still a pain to this day. As you know, guys, like Moon is big orangey, big. It's just annoying and shit. So yeah, but Moon, apart from that, it's really, really good. I like Moon. And then we head to Black Ops 2, the Travesty, Transit. Honestly, now that I think of Transit, it's not really a bad map. Like, I do like Transit, but the only time that it's fun is when, like, you're playing with friends. That's literally the only time Transit is fun to play. And then we move on to Die Rise. The pre-patch Liquefier was amazing, man. Like, if you've seen this Liquefier back then, lads, it was amazing. This Liquefier was so good, man. And honestly, I like if they do make DLC 5 like the Die Rise remake, I think that would be very, very cool for them to add in. Because like honestly, the Liquefier is like a really, really good wonder weapon. Like still to this day, it's still good, but not as good as the pre-patch. The pre-patch was amazing, man. So honestly, GG's to Treyarch making that. And then like BO2 zombies died. Literally, as soon as BO1 ended, no, it was BO2 actually, never mind. I'll get to that bit in just a sec. And then we go to Mob of the Dead, which honestly is a masterpiece. I choose Mob of the Dead over Blood of the Dead, only because they never added in the playing of the Golden Gate Bridge. But apart from that, I really, really do like Blood. But Mob of the Dead though, I really, really do like. The mob characters are like amazing. The story like ties up with that. It really tells us how the cycle works. Like you can choose like the cycle continues, the cycle is broken. So basically, if you've done the cycle continues Easter egg, that's basically the Black Ops 3 storyline. But if you do the cycle is broken, that's basically Black Ops 4. So basically, Black Ops 4 kind of took place after Mob of the Dead when I think about it, but at the same time it really didn't. I don't know anything about storyline, that's just how it sounds like to me, kinda. But apart from that though, I thought it was good. I thought Mob of the Dead was good. And then we get to an absolute masterpiece. It was easy, but it was so good, Buried. Now honestly, I really love Buried, man. It was super fun playing with friends, with the Paralyzer camping at Jug, all that shit. I think it was really cool. I think it was amazing. It was fun. It was just a chilled out map, and that was the first map ever to add the Vega Mark II. And Nuketown Zombies, yeah, we just don't talk about Nuketown Zombies back in BO2. Then we get to the finale, Origins, and Origins is what got the Zombies community mainly hyped, and Zombies in general. You had the staffs, which you had Wind, Fire, Lightning, and Ice. It had a good Easter egg. No one really got the ending. Everyone was like pissed off because like the ending made no sense, and later on people then got it. So yeah, and then after that, I actually quit Zombies. I got bored of it. I played other games, and yeah, I just wasn't a big fan of Zombies anymore. Like I was just like, damn, that's a good ending. And then I was just like, yeah, this isn't my game anymore. It just felt dead to me. Like honestly, I don't know how it feels for Black Ops 4 for me, but Black Ops 2, it was just like, no. Like, as soon as it ended, I was just like, right, that's me not doing Easter eggs, I'm done with Black Ops 2. And obviously Black Ops 3 came out, I was like, right, okay, time to get back in the grind, right? And because I quit Zombies for like ages until like Black Ops 3 came out. I was such a big bot. I got Black Ops 3. I got my PS4. My mate Christian got me into the Giant. We played Shadows of Evil together. Me and Shadow plays. And then after that, I played with his cousin, and then after that, I got the season pass. I officially played the Giant. I was literally broke then. I literally just entered high school as well, so there was another pain in the ass. And then we got the Rising Drac coming out, and honestly, that was like a big thing for me. I was honestly excited. I never knew anything about the bows. I was still a big bot back then, and honestly, I had really fun. And then after the Rising Drac, I sweated it out. I really wanted the grind out. And I started progressively getting better. I started being my old self, as you would have said. I really do like thinking what's it called, the Rising Drac. And then we move on to Zetsubo, and Zetsubo wasn't obviously the best. People mainly hated Zetsubo because of its glitches, but I honestly don't mind Zetsubo now that I think about it. I think Zetsubo's a great map. Okay, right, it's not great, but I still like it, right? I really do like Zetsubo. I really had no glitches. Like, the only glitch I can think of is when I was doing every single Easter egg in BO3, and it's when we all insta-downed in the boss fight. And how? I don't know, it just was. But apart from that, yeah, that was basically it. That was the only glitch I had, but that was like when Zombie Chronicles released, so yes. Zetsubo still have glitches, Treyarch, fix it quickly. But apart from that though, I really did have fun on Zetsubo. And then I also done the Easter egg. And I honestly think Zetsubo has the best ending cutscene ever. Like, it's not the best like map, but it really has a good ending cutscene. Because honestly, it got me back into the story again. I understood everything and all that shit, and it got me hooked. It got me hooked into the story again. And then we move on to God Crovey, and honestly, fuck you, Johnny J25. This boy, if you don't know who he is, he's got 355k subscribers, and I'm honestly thinking of making a video for this. But he fights God Crovey, and he is being serious about this, not a joke. But he fights God Crovey is the worst map in Zombies history. He thinks God Crovey is the worst map in Zombies history ever. And honestly, he thinks the Raygun Mark III is shit. Honestly, shit. Like, it's honestly depressing that he thinks the Raygun Mark III is trash. I'd probably say the Raygun Mark II is better only because like the Raygun Mark III's only been in one map. But the Raygun Mark III is not the worst one on the weapon. And he says nothing jumps out at him. Okay, bro. Okay, there's dragons. There's a bloody gauntlet with dragons. There's literally everything. That map has, like, he just thinks it's the most worst map ever in Zombies, and I find that kind of depressing. He rates the jet gun better than Raygun Mark III. That's just shit. I'll leave a link in the description below, lads, so you can check out the video for yourself. But honestly, it's very upsetting. But apart from that, though, God Crovey, I really had fun on. It introduced the Raygun Mark III, and the PPSH came back. I was really into the PPSH, but I was really excited more for the Raygun Mark III instead. So I was really excited. Really excited. And then I done the... And by the way, lads, I never done any Easter eggs until, like, Revelations. Shopper Free came out at the time, and I really wanted Shopper Free. I never got Shopper Free until DLC 4, but there's a story here, lads. So, at the time, I never had a bank card or anything of my own, and my parents' PayPal was connected to the PS4 at the time. And I kind of got 5,000 COD points for permission. I got 100 like at the video. It's fine now. I got in trouble, all that shit. It was like years ago, 3 years ago now. I think about it. That's crazy to think, but like it's just weird to think. And like DLC 4 came out. I actually missed 3 days of DLC 4 because I was away at a mansion for a holiday. So yeah, thanks a lot. But apart from that though, I really did enjoy the mansion. For anyone asking, but DLC 4 Revelations, I really honestly had fun. It really meant a lot to me. But then after that, I got hooked into Easter eggs. Revelations was honestly my first Easter egg in BO3. Okay? In BO3. I just didn't want to do Easter eggs anymore. I got bored of them. I was like, right, this is the end. I've got to get back into Easter eggs. I think I've done Revelations, then the Rising Drac. Then I done Zetsubo, then I done Gorod. Then I never had anyone for Shadows. Well, wait, actually, no. My first Easter egg was not Revelations, actually. My first Easter egg was the Giant. So don't say shit. But, then I done Shadows last only because of the fact that, well, it's 4 players. None of my mates, like, knew the Easter eggs. And when I started getting hooked into Easter eggs, my mates did as well. They said they wanted to do all the Easter eggs with me. And I've done all the Easter eggs with them. And they started to do more Easter eggs with me now till this day. Well, not, I wouldn't say till this day. They really don't do lots of Easter eggs with me anymore. But apart from that, though, we go back to Easter eggs sometimes. And then, a year later, Zombies was basically dead. Revelations never had the best ending. It never made sense until Zombie Chronicles came out. Some YouTubers got a map of the Zombies storyline, and it showed us like what the Revelations ending meant, and it made sense. So it basically made the cycle continue. Like, so Revelations, Shadows, it keeps going around and around and around. So yeah, and that's what happened. But after that, though, that was basically it. And then honestly, we move on to Infinite Warfare. It just wasn't the best. Infinite Warfare Zombies is cool. Zombies Space Hunt, I really did enjoy. I grinded that out like first day on every day. And then we got Raven Redwoods. I honestly thought that was the best map at the time for Infinite Warfare, and then I just died. And then after that, Challenge Shuffle, I hated it at the start, but I was like, yeah, it's good, it's good. And then I move on to Attack the Radioactive thing. I hated it. I hated that map when it first launched, and now I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I think it's like my favourite map in like Infinite Warfare now. I don't know why, it just is. And honestly, it's just weird to think that the fact that I like that map. And then we got Beast from Beyond, and honestly, Beast from Beyond is shit. Honest to God. It's literally got the ECC strike, but the main thing that really made Infinite Warfare Zombies good was the super Easter egg. Once you've done all the Easter eggs, you got Director's Cut, you had 25,000 points, you had Percolic at the start always, and all that shit, and it was honestly really cool. You had the chance, you had the option to enable Director's Cut or not, so if you just want to play normal zombies, you can not enable Director's Cut, or you can. And honestly, when I figured out the Mist Office boss fight, I was like, shit. It was honestly difficult, man. I had to get a full squad. I remember the guy's name still, Gangster Gamer. He was honestly a cool guy. I done the Easter egg with him. He was helping loads of people. I was like, right, you know what? If he's helping people, I guess I'll join, and I really want to do it. Done that, and that was like the only Easter egg I never done in Infinite Warfare. And eventually, I done it. And I really think I should stream it before DLC 4 to get me prepared. So honestly, stay tuned till Thursday, lads. But honestly, man, I really did have fun with Infinite Warfare. Then we move on to World War 2, and yeah, World War 2, Final Fight, I really did enjoy. And then obviously there was 2 Easter eggs. There was the casual Easter egg and there was the hardcore Easter egg. Casual Easter egg is where like you kill Klaus, he never comes back alive. And then the hardcore Easter egg is where Klaus does survive, but then he just dies. So yeah, but honestly, you had to do the hardcore Easter egg for the super Easter egg. But the hardcore Easter egg took me like loads of attempts to do, only because of like one wonder weapon upgrade. It was just so long, and it really just was a pain in the ass. But I done it like one late night, and I was honestly so happy. I felt like screaming out my lungs after doing it. It just felt like such an achievement to do it, so I was really happy when I done it. So yeah. But then we move on to the Darkest Shore, and the Darkest Shore was shit. That was honestly the first Easter egg I ever Easter egg hunted for, and it was just shit. I really hated the Darkest Shore. I still hate it till this day. It's undoable solo, so don't even ask. And then we move on to probably the best map in World War II Zombies history, the Shadow Throne. I love the Shadow Throne, everything about it. The main one of the weapons of it is the melee weapons. Well, actually, no, they're not. You've got the blunderbuss, but like the blunderbuss hardly has any ammo, and yeah. But apart from that, though, the melee weapons in it, you've got Barbarossa's sword, you've got the dagger, you've got the axe, you've got the bat. Honestly, I probably say the dagger is the best one, and honestly, I really do enjoy the melee weapons on this map. It's a good Easter egg. The boss fight is difficult solo, but it's definitely doable, and it was really fun. And then we move on to the shittiest map in Zombies history, the Torture Path. I really hated the Torture Path. I really did. I still do to this day. I actually deleted World War 2 after DLC 4. And then I realised I'd done all the Easter eggs. And then one day, and this is after BO4, my mate wanted to do the actual Final Mike Easter egg with me again. I was like, okay. I had to download BO4 again, and I never had all my Easter egg completions, so I need to do it again. I need to Torch the Path and Frozen Dawn again, so yeah. And I'm going to keep it downloaded. Because now that I think about it, World War 2 Zombies is good. Darkest Shore still shit though, and the Tortured Path. Honestly though, I really do like the World War II Zombie Super Easter egg, but we'll get to that in just a sec after DLC 4. DLC 4 was probably an amazing end to end off the zombie storyline for World War II. It wasn't as good as Revelations, but like it was really good. Like the melee weapons in there were amazing. Like it was just a cool ending, man. It really was. I really did enjoy myself. So honestly, thank you for making that map, Sledgehammer, thank you. And then the super Easter egg on that was you get to play as a zombie. You actually get to play as a zombie character. And as you know, guys, you do have specialists in World War II. Not like BO4, but like differently, where like you can stun zombies, you can have infinite ammo, zombies can't see, or you can make zombies be weaker. So yeah, honestly, what you did there, your ammo would progressively, slowly come back up every time you used it. It would be really slow, so it wouldn't be so OP. So honestly, I really didn't mind that. But I think the coolest part of the Easter egg was playing as a zombie. I really did enjoy that. And honestly, I needed the Tortured Path and the Frozen Dawn again. So yeah, but apart from that though, I really did enjoy myself on World War II. Then we move on to Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 at the start, I like literally stayed up till midnight one night. And it was the release of Black Ops 4, and I was playing with Shadow Plays at the time. And the first map we played was 9. Honestly, we were super confused and we did not know what to do. And but honestly, I think our high stream was like maybe around 16 at the time, or around 22. We got to like a high round first time. We never decided to Easter egg hunt. We just wanted to play the maps for ourselves, all that shit, and then yeah. And then we head to Voyage. We we thought 9 was the first map, but it was obviously Voyage first. So we done Voyage like second, and honestly we really didn't mind Voyage. I liked Voyage, but not as much as 9. I thought 9 was a better experience, and 9 is still a better experience till this day. But honestly, I'd probably say the only best thing about Voyage is the boss fight. The Easter egg is fun until like the planet step, but apart from that, I really do like Voyage. And then after that, we head to Blood of the Dead. Blood of the Dead was when like we had pre-patched dogs, pre-patched tigers, and also did one shot. Yeah, the catwalk back then was terrible, but honestly, I remember the next day after Black Ops 4, my mates, we went on casual. For why, I don't know. It was probably just because of the pre-patched dogs. And honestly, we went on casual and we just really had fun. We got to like round 43 on casual, and it was just a fun time. The asset kit was crap though, utterly disgraceful of a gun. Compared to BO2's, I'd probably say BO2 was the better one. But honestly, just back punching the Blundergat now is like the best thing. Just like, not even the Mambagat in general. The Mambagat's good, but like, I just properly back punch the normal Blundergat itself. I really find that good, but apart from that, yeah. And then we move on to Classified, and we honestly thought Classified was the best map in BO4 so far, until like 9 was the first map that I ever got solved. I instantly done the 9 Easter egg. I think it was like first or second try with Shadow Plays. Honestly, I wish I recorded it now. But we got to the Rasep and like Shadow Plays clutched the hell out of it. It was really insane. And yeah, we got to like round 36 and done the Easter egg first try. We were honestly happy with ourselves, and the ending was the same. Then the second map that got solved was Voyage, and we done Voyage, and screw Voyage. It was literally the hardest boss fight ever. And then until like we figured out, right, you get the RPG, there you go, the boss is done. We done the Voyage, and then after that, Blood was last. We done Blood, and it was honestly very sad, because honestly, every time we got to like the third challenge on Blood of the Dead, we always got a blue screen. It was just blue screens, and blue screens, until they eventually fixed it. So as soon as it got fixed, we done the Blood of the Dead Easter egg, and it was honestly emotional to see Rick Toffin die. But apart from that, yeah. And then Classified never got solved until the Gaming Revolution, and Plutos and DK Dynamite eventually solved it by glitching the game and getting to around 150. Obviously, we couldn't do it back then. I only got to round 86 doing the shield strat back then. So, yeah, but honestly, it wouldn't work. It just would not work. But apart from that, though, yeah. And then we move on to the first DLC, which was Dead and Night. Dead and Night, man. Oh god, I like Dead and Night, but the only thing that ruins it are the vampires. Well, not the vampires, just like the red vampires in general from the Easter egg. So, yeah. But honestly, I really like Dead and Night. Then we move on to Ancient Evil. Ancient Evil was good with the gauntlets, all that shit. I really think it's a good Easter egg. I'd probably say the boss fight's the hardest boss fight ever. And then after that, we move on to Alpha Omega. And Alpha Omega, it's just a chill map. It's a remake, and it's a good remake, honestly. It's just a chill remake. Like, it's Nuketown Zombies, and honestly, they made Nuketown Zombies so much better. Like, it was just so chill. Like, it was an easy Easter egg, yeah, but a chill one, just a chill one to like do with your mates or something. Like, it was cool that they brought back the Avogadro, and it was an easy boss fight. There was those times where the Avogadro can insta down you, depending on how many times it shoots you, but apart from that though, I'd probably say it's the easiest boss fight. And that's why I really like Alpha Omega. It's just a chilled out map to play, honestly, so thank you, Treyarch. But Tides on Tone is the finale, and I'll be streaming it on Monday. I don't know how long I'll be streaming it on for, seeing as like I've got school the next morning, but as soon as I'm back, I'm streaming that boy. I really hope the finale boss is like a really good one, and honestly I'm really excited. Hopefully it's not as easy as like Alpha Omega, unless like you use like OP Gobblegums, but apart from that though, I just, yeah, as long as it doesn't end up like a Revelations boss fight type of deal, like I'm fine with it. But apart from that though, I'm really excited to see Tides on Tone. It's Call of the Dead, like one of my favourite maps of all time, so please don't let us down, Treyarch, please don't let us down. And also lads, even though Black Ops 4 has like had like bad moments, like really bad moments, I really like Black Ops 4 for what it is. But again, I am a zombies person, like I'm mainly a zombies person. I know like multiplayer isn't the best, I know Blackout's like good, well not the best, but like Blackout's good, but apart from that though, I still like zombies for what it is on this game. And yeah, and honestly, Black Ops 4 zombies is literally going to be the only thing that carries Black Ops 4 in general, just zombies, because we're not going to get zombies on Modern Warfare. So I think it's like obviously the fact that we're going to get zombies content later on in the year for Black Ops 4. But yeah, again, we are Treyarch are making the next year's COD, which is going to be the Black Ops 2020 reboot, so there's that as well. So yeah, but honestly, I'm really excited to see where Treyarch go. Honestly, we've had some bad starts with Treyarch for Black Ops 4, but honestly, mainly some of the moments from Black Ops 4 being hated is like the toxicity, all that shit, and yeah. And I'm going to leave this unedited, by the way, lads. There is going to be like one bit that I cut out, but apart from that though, yeah, I just want to leave it unedited just to say thank you to Treyarch for like everything that they've done for us. And like honestly, I've had a blast playing zombies. Zombies is like a big thing in my life because that's what started my channel, and honestly, I'm now at 2.8k thanks to zombies. Like honestly, thanks to Fortnite as well. My channel did just start going cause of Fortnite, but Fortnite, it's dead, lads, it's dead, it's horrible. But apart from that though, zombies is what started my channel, and that's why I say like zombies is like the biggest achievement on my channel ever. So yeah, but apart from that though, thank you Treyarch for everything that you've done. I really can't wait to play this map. Please give us a trailer soon. And honestly man, I'm really excited. Can't wait to see what Treyarch do in the future, and hope for the best zombies content, and let's see if we can bring back the BO3 zombies community back then with Zombie Chronicles, EE4C, all that shit. It's been really fun. But guys, thanks so much for watching. Thank you Treyarch, everyone, and all that shit. But guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in this video live stream, boys, and goodbye.
Like baby girl, trust me, that is all I need.
Yeah, I'm still at your heart tonight.